Forgive yourself. All right? It happened. You got to be able to say, okay, I forgive myself. I'm not going to continually beat myself up, because you fall into this pattern of you're late and then you beat yourself up for being late and then you're late again. You beat yourself up for being late again. Forgive yourself that it happened, and let's move forward. And you have to be able to trust yourself. Do you really trust yourself? Do you trust yourself enough to be on time? Do you trust yourself enough that if you set your alarm 2 hours before an appointment, that you'll get there on time? Do you trust yourself enough that if you put in your calendar, put a reminder on your phone to pop up to work on your paper 2 days in advance at least? And that's for a short paper. All right. If you have to do a real, like, part of a thesis or something like that, then you need to be working on that well in advance. But a short paper, a 2-pager or something like that, 3-pager. Some people who are excellent writers, maybe a 5-pager you can do 2 days in advance. Maybe. Some people need a week for something like that. But I'm talking 2 pages, 3 pages. You could probably do that 2 days in advance. Do you trust yourself enough when that reminder pops up, you're going to do it? All right. So forgiveness and trust, that's one of them. And if you're saying to yourself right now, hey, listen, Julian, I can't and don't really trust myself. Maybe I can forgive myself a little bit, but I can't really trust myself. Then the next thing you have to keep in mind is you may need an accountability partner. All right. Find somebody who can hold you accountable. Find a friend who will hold you accountable, a family member, your wife, your husband, your sister, your brother, cousin, somebody, auntie, uncle, whoever it is, the next door neighbor, Drew, whoever it is. Find, Drew with the glasses. I know you know who I'm talking about. Find somebody who could hold you accountable, who isn't afraid to tell you, hey, you said you were going to do this and you didn't do it. We all need somebody in our lives at some point who will just give us the real and just tell us, you said you were going to do this. Did you do it? Why didn't you do it? Sometimes just someone calling you, just saying, hey, Susie Cream Cheese, I'm talking to you, so that means you're not at the gym. So what's going on? Sometimes just that little, sometimes knowing that the call is going to come, knowing that somebody is going to hold you accountable, knowing that somebody's going to check you and ask you, hey, what's going on? Sometimes it's enough to motivate you. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3, we got to get to the trigger. All right. What is actually triggering this? Some people say, oh, I've always been this way. But what is it? Is it a lack of structure? Do you need more structure? If you need more structure, I need you to go and get yourself a calendar. Go and get yourself what are those things called? A daily planner, the book. The phone isn't always enough. All right. I have a calendar on my phone. What matters my phone? Okay. Some people can do that. Some people need the actual physical calendar planner. All right. Sometimes we need that. Figure out what the trigger is. All right. Get your planner. Plan out every last thing that you're going to do. Sometimes I know folks who it doesn't get done if it doesn't get planned. All right. So literally 7 a.m. to 7:30, gym. All right. 7:30 to 7:45, shower. 7:45 to 8:30, travel to go to work. And then so on and so forth. If you need the structure, give yourself the structure. All right. If it isn't the structure, then I have to ask you, is it something a little bit deeper? Okay. Is it that, do you believe that you could even accomplish this? Sometimes a fear of failure causes us to procrastinate more. Oh, well, I'm not going to pass that test anyway. So I'll study an hour before the test. I'll study the morning of the test. I'll study just the night before, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Then I'll watch my show and go to bed and go take the test. The fear of failure sometimes holds us back. So you got to analyze that. What are you afraid of? Okay. Moving on a little bit further. If it's deeper than a structure, if it's deeper than having someone hold you accountable, if it's deeper than you being afraid of a failure, then maybe you really do need a counselor or a therapist. All right. And there are many people who are out there who will help you. There are therapists who work on and who can get to what is going on that's preventing you from being the best version of yourself. All right, and there's counselors who do the same thing. So, I encourage you to go online and find somebody who may be professional if you need it. A lot of times there isn't a need for the professional piece, but if you need it, that's another thing to take a look at.